Salut everyone! In this video, we're gonna have the chance to talk to Antiz. Antiz is part of the Arch Linux team, and he will be with us to talk about the big news announced less than 2 days ago about the collaboration between Arch Linux and Valve. And so I had the chance to meet this really nice gentleman. I will call it this way, really a French way to approach the thing. But I had the chance to meet him around like I think it was like 2 years ago, and we had like some discussion about Arch. And when I discovered he was part of the Arch team, I was like really impressed about like his position and his knowledge overall, because obviously like he's part of it. And when I heard the news about Valve, I thought it would be really interesting for you guys to discover Antiz. He's going to make a quick presentation of himself, like that you're going to have an idea of what is his role in the Arch Linux world. But also, I would say like let him talk about the big news, because we all read the announcement, but I believe it would be really interesting to have the vision, the perception of someone which is within Arch. So here we go. Antiz, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you, and thanks for having me. Hi everyone, really a pleasure to be here today.
Nice. It's a pleasure to have you here. I want to thank you. Like you are thanking us, but like I thank you for being here, because I know, like speaking in front of the camera is not an easy thing. And like we are all like really interested to hear you. So could you like just present yourself and present what you are doing, with Arch Linux in general?
Sure. So hi everyone. My name is Robin, but you also know me by the nickname of Antiz on the internet. I am a French Linux system and DevOps engineer. And apart from my day job, I am also an Arch Linux package maintainer, among other roles within the Arch project. So I contribute to the project on a daily basis. I love Arch, and yeah, really glad to be here today with you to talk a bit about Arch and the new Valve collaboration announcement.
Nice. Okay, so you are like working on it on a daily basis. So I have to say I really like your sweatshirt. Pretty neat.
Thank you. Thank you.
I need to get one of them soon. Like the style overall. So the big news, I don't want to get too much into detail because I think you will be way more qualified than me to talk about it. But the big news is around Valve, which already has indirectly, I wouldn't say collaborate, but which already like pushed Arch Linux in front of the scene by using it as a base for their Steam Deck, their base OS. So it's not really, it is Arch, but it's an immutable version of Arch with certain packages which are like locked, but it's still Arch. And the fact that right now they want to push the collaboration like further to another level, it's kind of like mind-blowing for the universe of Linux in general, not only Arch, but like Linux in general. When you have huge company like that which decide to put their chips on a distro, wherever it is, we're lucky it's Arch in this case, but like it's just another step. And for the end user, whether they are gaming or not, and whether even they are using Arch or not, they're gonna have like some type of like return beneficial towards this type of investment. Definitely. Right? So
yeah, definitely.
Can you explain us from your perspective what this collaboration is all about, and how it's gonna be helping Arch Linux as a project in the future?
Sure. So as you just said, this is really a really great opportunity, both for Arch Linux itself and for Linux and Linux gaming in general. So let me explain what this is about, because I've seen a lot of people speculating about what this sponsoring will be about. So basically, there are two projects which we were looking for already at Arch. And those two projects are about providing a build service with the infrastructure that goes with it. So an automated build service, as well as a secure signing enclave. So basically, the first project will allow to like streamline the package managing process, basically. And the secure signing enclave will allow to streamline and secure the signing part of the packages. As of now, every package maintainer has their own open PGP key to sign packages. But with a secure signing enclave, we would be able to use one single central key to sign packages and do not rely on the current way the signing work with the Arch Linux keyring packages that sometimes get outdated, and is sometimes an issue on outdated system, like you have to update first the Arch Linux keyring packages and then the rest of the system. Well, that would definitely be gone with secure signing enclave.
Oh, okay, got it.
So because this is a limitation of the current way GPG signing works on our side. So we were looking at both of those projects, but as you can imagine, both of those projects, both of these projects implies a lot of time, effort, and money to be worked on. And Arch is a community-driven project, only maintained and developed by volunteers. So people just do that on their free time. And it was really difficult for us to actually start the effort on this project. And this is where the sponsoring from Valve comes in. So basically, Valve will contract some people of the Arch staff on a freelance basis.
Okay.
To basically work on those projects. So we won't have issue with money and time, because it will be the actual job of some people within Arch staff to work on those projects. So this is a really, really big opportunity. And the goal for those two projects is a prerequisite to go further on other stuff, like for instance, supporting officially additional architecture or CPU instruction, such as like x86-64 v2 v3, or like the ARM architecture or RISC-V or whatever. So I'm not saying that the Valve sponsorship is necessarily about that, but this is definitely one of the end goal for the effort that we're going to start with this. At least this is the context in which those two projects would be beneficial.
Okay. So we are really in a position where everything is going to be aligned to move forward and further, like faster, right? Like this is literally like a big boost when you think about it.
Exactly. Basically, the idea is that, there are some community maintained effort to port Arch to different architecture. For instance, I think we all know Alarm,
yes,
which stands for Arch Linux ARM. And this is a community maintained effort to port Arch Linux, so an unofficial effort to port Arch Linux on ARM. And the way this project is built is a big additional effort to maintain, something we at Arch Linux could not handle in addition of the effort we are currently doing. But with such thing as an automated build service and a secure signing enclave, we will be more at ease to eventually start working on those things. So this is a really, really big opportunity for the Arch staff, first of all, because, well, imagine someone says, hey, do you want to be eventually paid to work on your hobby, the things you really like to do? This is an insane opportunity. This is really great. And again, really cool that such opportunity becomes a thing with this Valve sponsoring. It will also be beneficial to Arch user. And it was actually said that everything covered into this sponsoring will be in Arch interest first.
Okay, that's
before
interesting.
being in Yeah, before being in Valve's interest. Obviously, Valve will benefit from that by cascade.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why they are sponsoring those two projects, obviously. But yeah, it was made clear, and this is actually said in the announcement, that all of this project will be developed in our usual development and consensus building workflow. So there will be RFCs to discuss implementation. The implementation will be agreed in a democratic way with all the staff, etc. And even external people would be able to give their thoughts on the implementation stuff. So basically, this is what we wanted to do, but we will be able to do it faster thanks to that sponsoring.
Yeah.
We will not be. Sorry, go ahead.
No. It's really good because what it really means, and you cut me if I didn't get the message correctly, but what it means like them sponsoring you and collaborating with you is not really like a hidden takeover, or is not going to change anything related to the way you already work. Like your process are going to be the same, your end goals, they were the same, they're going to continue. It's just going to be a boost. It's actually incredible.
Exactly. Because as I said, this is two projects we wanted to work on. We just didn't have the time and money to start the effort. And basically, Valve will give us that. So this is really cool. And it's nothing more than that. They will not take over anything regarding Arch. They will not dictate anything.
Exactly, yeah.
We will still do the plan we had in mind, but we'll be able to do it faster and probably in a better way thanks to this Arch sponsoring, basically. And as I was saying, this will benefit Arch user because everything that will happen thanks to this, basically better package management, better security regarding signing, eventually like how should I say that? Like eventually approaching some further project like supporting additional architecture and stuff in a more I'd say in a better way than if we did not have that. That would be beneficial for everyone. That's really cool.
Yeah, because like I'm guessing like streamlining this process of building and signature is gonna make the other work like easier. Like I'm simplifying it, but like
way easier.
This is the idea, right? And because of the cost related to that, to give you this huge bump. So
basically, to illustrate that, basically the way we build packages right now has some manual part in it. Not everything is automated. For instance, I am actually the one triggering the building of the packages, and in the eventuality in which I wanted to build the packages for multiple architecture, I would actually need to trigger the build myself as much time as I have architectures to build the package from.
Okay.
So the idea now is to have all of this basically automated and streamlined in a way in which I could just say, I want to build these packages and I want to build it for every architectures we are now supporting. And all of this will be done by itself, basically.
Oh, this is awesome. This is awesome.
And you understand why we would want that before thinking about supporting all architectures, because supporting other architectures without that would mean multiplying the effort by the number of architecture we want to support. So this is why this is a first good step toward this eventual end goal. We want first streamline this part so we are not multiplying the effort, basically. So that's it.
That's really nice. Okay, so yeah, like in fact, this is the news. And like in terms of like so okay, now can we speculate just to get like a little bit crunchier? Okay.
Sure.
You have responsibility within the organization of Arch, and obviously like this is gonna be just speculation. And we read a lot online about what it could bring, what it could not bring. So we definitively know what it brings for you guys. So what what could it bring for Valve? Like, do you think, for example, they could have a Steam Deck free with ARM on it, or maybe something else? I don't know. Like, what would be like? It's just speculation.
Sure. Okay. So first of all, I am not part of the people from the Arch staff that will work with Valve on this, that will be contracted by
Okay.
Valve for this. So I do not have every info. What I know and what I think is fair enough to say publicly is that Valve would eventually be interested in additional architecture support.
Yep.
We've seen recently that they may be testing like Proton on ARM architectures. We've seen some leaks/info on eventual ARM device. At that point, everyone is speculating, right?
Yeah, it's just speculation.
But indeed, it's I mean, it's obvious that Valve has an interest into that as well.
Cool.
And they are most likely, again, I'm speculating, but they are most likely interested at the support of multiple architectures. And we at Arch are definitely interested into that as well. So if they can help us on that and they will benefit from that by cascade, then it's a win-win, basically. So I cannot say if we can expect a Steam Deck device on ARM or whatever, but I think it's fair to say that the support of additional architecture is definitely one of the goals pursued both by Arch and Valve.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's good. You know, I really like both of the projects. I would say one is a project, more is obviously more like a company, but I would say like the vision of both of them are kind of aligned with my value overall. So I like this type of synergy between, you know, project and company, because everybody benefits from it indirectly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And talking about that, I'm gonna say that as a personal note.
Yeah.
Not necessarily as part of the Arch staff, but I'm personally really, really happy that this is Valve and not another company. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like Valve specifically has done a lot for Linux, not only on the gaming part, but in general. And and seeing that they continue to be supportive on open source project is really great. So obviously I'm really happy about the fact that some company actually backed up some open source project. And I'm even more happy that this is Valve and not another company, actually.
Okay, I'm the same. Like this is good. I think we're gonna conclude on this note, because like I feel like, you know, having this perspective is really like refreshing, seeing that the open source is now like having synergy with big company like that, and it's getting in fact to another level, because we are reaching like different build architecture. We are reaching a level where, you know, Arch Linux will be available like and developed like more widely, and like big company are taking benefit from it, and they're gonna have exchange. Like it's just really good. It's a good note. It's a really good news.
Like to be completely honest, at that point in time, this is hypothetical, but at least that's what we are aiming to. Hopefully we'll get there. The effort just started, so we'll see how it goes. Nothing can be we can make no promises right now, but yeah, what you're saying is definitely what we are trying to reach to.
Yeah,
and hopefully we'll make it. I hope so.
Antiz, thank you very much for this quick exchange. I really hope we're gonna have other opportunity to talk together, because you are bringing the technical approach. Like I'm not sometimes, and most of the time, able to, you know, share with my viewer. So it would be great, you know, from day to day to, you know, I don't know, maybe 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, just to have a follow up on that and see where we are at. Because obviously now it's going to be a timeline type of game. How is it implemented? What are the benefits? Like, and maybe, you know, next time we talk together, I will get a Raspberry 5 and do the podcast on it. I don't know, just for fun, you know.
Maybe.
I'm
I,
obviously.
I really cannot say how much time it will take. As I said, I am not part of the people from the art staff that will work on this. But keep in mind that everything that will be worked on in the sponsorship is still open source, so everything will be public. The advancement of the project will be sent on the mailing list, will be sent. So sure, I truly hope that you'll be able to make some other video on the subject, seeing how it goes, etc.
Okay.
Definitely.
Sounds good. Antiz, thanks again.
Well, thank you for your invitation.
Yeah, it's a Sunday morning here, Sunday afternoon for you, so I'm gonna let you back to your occupation. For all the viewers, guys, thank you very much for watching. It was Antiz, and see you in the next one. Bisous, bisous.
See you guys.
Take care.